into the sauna was... Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was... Mondo.
これが僕の答えだ。大和田君、サウナで電子生徒手帳を壊したのって君なんじゃないかな。
Mondo, your handbook got broken in a sauna, didn't it?
なんだと?
What?
なぜだ? なぜそうなる?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
前に大和田君と石丸君はサウナで我慢比べをしたよね。
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
その時、大和田君は制服を着たままサウナに入ってたけどさ。
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
あの時の制服には電子生徒手帳が入ったままだったんじゃないの?
But little did he realize he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
そこで大和田君は知ったんじゃないのかな。電子生徒手帳がサウナで壊れてしまうってこと。
When it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it. No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof, the actual solid proof. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Naigi君の推理通りだとすると、大和田君は以前自分の電子生徒手帳を壊していることになるって。つまり大和田君の生徒手帳が壊れていれば、今の推理が正しいということになりますわね。
俺の電子生徒手帳はちゃんと動くぞ。
それは違う。
Nope. No, Mondo. You're the one that did it.
そもそも大和田君が持ってる電子生徒手帳って。
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours? The fuck is that supposed to mean?
玄関ホールにあった壊れた電子生徒手帳。
The broken handbook that was in the main hall.
本当はあの手帳が大和田君のものなんじゃないの?
Isn't that one actually yours?
いや、さっきから何を言ってるんだ?
The heck are you talking about?
大和田君は交換したんじゃないのかな?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for the one that actually works.
壊れた自分の電子生徒手帳と桑田君の電子生徒手帳。
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
だってモノクマも言ってたはずだよ。桑田君の手帳は壊れたはずないって。
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
そうですね。あの程度のお仕置きでは壊れませんよ。
That's right, the punishment they suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
つまり玄関ホールに置かれていたのは、実は大和田君の電子生徒手帳で。
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's?
そして今大和田君が持っているものこそが桑田君の電子生徒手帳ということですね。
Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, right?
でも交換って校則に引っかからないの？他人に貸すのは禁止っていう。
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
僕はこう判断しました。
Well, here's how I look at it.
他人への対応禁止という校則ではありますが、君は他人なのか、いや、もはや人ではないので。
There's a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
ブルーゾーンですが OK です。何より面白いので OK にしました。
It's kind of a gray area, I admit, but no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
よって死人と電子生徒手帳を交換してもルール違反にはならないと判断しました。
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
どうなの大田君。今の推理が間違ってるなら言ってくれないか。
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
間違ってるなら僕はそれでいいんだけど。
I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but
おめえ
son of a bitch.
どうしたんだ兄弟言ってやりたまえ間違いだと
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
そうだ間違いだ間違いに決まっている
You are wrong. You have to be wrong.
今の推理はどこかが決定的に間違っている全てお前のでっち上げなんだ
Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
だったらもう一度最初から事件を振り返ってみようか。
Okay, then why don't we look back on a case one more time from the beginning?
今の推理が正しいかどうか全てはそこで判明するはずだよ。
That way everything will become clear and we'll all see if I was right or wrong. I think. Huh. You know, I have no idea. Oh, okay, this one goes over there. Actually, this one goes right here. There we go.
犯人は君なんだ。
Alright, I'll try.
じゃあまずは事件前から振り返ってみようか。昨日の夜セレスさんは倉庫にいる藤崎さんを見かけたんだよね。その時藤崎さんは手にしたスポーツバッグにあるものを入れていたんだ。そう、青いジャージだよ。セレスさんはそれを見たんだよね。そのバッグを持った藤崎さんは夜時間にもかかわらずある場所へ向かったんだ。それは更衣室だよ。しかも男子更衣室だったんだ。でも女性だったはずの被害者がどうして男子更衣室に入れたのか。これが事件の全貌だよ。
I think that's it. I was gonna take trial and error.
それは更衣室だよ。でも女性だったはずの人。これが事件の
I got it. There we go.
そのバッグを持った藤崎さんはそれは更衣室だよ。でも女性だったはずの。なぜなら彼は男だったからなんだ。だから自分の電子生徒手帳を使って男子更衣室に入ることができたんだ。男子更衣室で藤崎さんは誰かと待ち合わせていた。その誰かこそが今回の事件の犯人なんだ。おそらく犯人は藤崎さんが油断している隙に凶器となるダンベルを使い襲いかかったんだ。犯人は君なんだ。
I think I got it.
襲いかかる。その時男子更衣室のポスターやカーペットに結婚。おそらく衝動的な殺人だったんだ。準備してたとしたら計画性がなさすぎるからね。犯人は慌てて偽装工作に取り掛かったんだ。まず血痕のついたカーペット、同時にポスターも回収した。犯人は君なんだ。同時
I hope that's it.
これが事件の全貌だよ。同時に
Ah, got it. Okay.
そして犯人は死体を女子更衣室に運んだんだ。女子更衣室に入るにはもちろん女子の電子生徒手帳が必要だけど、だからといって犯人が女子に限られるわけじゃない。玄関ホールには前園さんや江ノ島さんの手帳が置いてあったからね。それを使えば男子でも女子更衣室に入れたはずなんだ。
That's not it. We're gonna do the whole thing over again. Oh man. We're gonna do it all over again. Hmm. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Oh well.
じゃあまずは事件。
Trial and error. Trial and error.
おそらく再確認。その時男子校おそらく
I got it.
男子更衣室と女子更衣室の交換、つまり現場の交換だよ。 今回の事件はそれだけじゃ終わらなかった。死体の第一発見者となった戸上君の介入によって事件はさらに複雑化してしまったんだ。
There we go, I got it.
これが事件の全貌だよ。現場に入った戸上君は図書室にあった延長コードを使ってあることをしたんだ。そうなんだ。戸上君は延長コードを使って藤崎さんの死体を貼り付けにしたんだよ。さらに戸上君は被害者の血で現場に血文字を残したんだ。あたかもジェノサイダーショーの犯行だと僕らに錯覚させるためにね。
Ah, got it.
犯人は君なんだ。
That makes sense.
そしてその頃戸上君は偽装工作を行っている一方で藤崎さんのスポーツバッグなんかを処分した犯人はサウナルームへとやってきたんだ。最後の証拠品である藤崎さんの電子生徒手帳を処分するためにね。そして犯人の思惑通りその電子生徒手帳はサウナルームの熱気によって壊れてしまった。犯人は知っていたんだよ。電子生徒手帳がサウナの熱気で壊れてしまうことをね。なぜなら犯人はその前に自分の電子生徒手帳をサウナで壊していたからなんだ。これが事件の全貌のはずだよ。そうだよね、大和田モンド君。
Isn't that right, Mondo Iwata? Man, that's a lot harder than you think it is.
待て、そんなはず。
Wait. No, this can't be right.
そこ。
Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence?
証拠はどうなんだ。証拠はあるのか。
You need evidence. You need proof.
証拠がないなら兄弟の犯行とは決めつけられないぞ。
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him. Evidence that Mondo is a killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. Sure. Talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. What the hell? During a full bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So if you can push right, left, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. To make the best possible use of your time, of course it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So we've also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Well then, good luck and have fun. You too, buddy. You too. Crazy.
証拠を提出しろ。そんなはずない。聞かないぞ。認知できん。レギュラだ。証拠を提出しろ。聞かないぞ。レギュラだ。投票反対。証拠を提出しろ。そんなはずない。聞かないぞ。認知できん。レギュラだ。証拠を提出しろ。聞かないぞ。レギュラだ。風紀が乱れる。証拠を提出。
これで証明するよ。
I didn't even see what that was.
今までの僕の考えが当たってるなら、
If my thinking is so far is right,
桑田君は壊れた自分の電子生徒手帳を桑田君のものと交換してるはずなんだ。
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's.
だからここでみんなの手帳を確認し合わない。
In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
そうすれば
Once we do that, we'll...
その必要はねえよ。
We don't gotta do that. Huh?
ああ、そうだ。
Yeah,
殺したんだよ。
I did it. I killed him. Hey, I got an A. Yay! Mama would be so proud of me.
何を言ってるんだ。
Bro, what are you saying?
もうここまで来たら諦めるしかねえだろ。
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
おい、モノクマ。始めてくれよ。
Go ahead, Monokuma, get it over with.
投票タイムってやつをよ。
Ask for the goddamn verdict. Roger that!
待て。待ってくれ。
Wait, hold on.
待ちません。
No waiting, no holding on.
ではお待ちかねの投票タイムを始めます。お前らお手元のスイッチを押してください。
Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank.
さて投票の結果黒となるのは誰なのか。
Who will you elect as the blackened this time around?
その答えは正解なのか不正解なのか。
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
さあどうなんだ。
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The blackened that killed your hero, Fujisaki, was...
じゃじゃーん。
Mondo Owada!
まったくもう。
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyutaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
すまね
Sorry.
え。なんだと。
Why are you apologizing? Why did you do it?
では
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
実は
The story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak. Weak, 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 weak. Once a killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet... I'm sorry, I don't want to really talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger. Now's my chance. I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to... it was me. Yep, he sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
そう
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
ええ
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
と
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
確かに
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro.
でも
But how does moving the body keep his secret?
だって
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once I started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
やっぱり
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having our embarrassing memories or secrets exposed.
なんだと
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
そんなはずない
It's impossible.
何度も言わせるな
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
ぷぷぷ
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
あのね
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daiwa Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daiwa that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did, even wobbling on his motorcycle like a crazy maniac. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had been put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why
俺は
I gotta get stronger than Daya. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win. I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. "My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry." Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but they had never blamed him for what happened. "Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's a team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men." He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Deo was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation of what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. "I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong!" And yet, he was weak. As soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have had no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right about then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus. Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would... You're right, but... I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us. So, what? You're saying I should just say it?
Huh?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
Huh?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
違うよ
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed? And ruin everything?
どうしたの
What's wrong? Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
僕はただ
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
そうだよ。
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong!
強い強い強い強い強い強い強い。
Stronger than you.
やるが。
And stronger than Dea. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey!
俺は
I killed him.
藤崎千尋を
I killed Chihiro.
いつまで経っても自分の弱さを克服できないせいで
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
そのせいでとんでもねえことをしちまった
Thanks to that, I did something I can never take back. Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his and turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Here's what I want to say, but... Unfortunately, I can't do that right now, because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished. Hold on.
スペシャルなお仕置きを用意しました。では張り切っていきましょう。お仕置きタイム。
すまねえな兄貴
Sorry, man.
男同士の約束
I couldn't keep the promise we made from
守
one
れな
man
かった
to another. See, I gotta admit, that execution, that punishment's like one of the weirdest ones. Mondo got turned into Mondo butter for Monokuma's pancakes. Really strange stuff. Anyways, laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. The heat? Of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya? You're completely insane. You know that? Game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that? Of course I do. Because this game is life or death. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless. Like the voice of death, it chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual. So you ignored the nighttime rule, too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it. But I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning? Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up? So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, it would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course, Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye, to feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What? So that was your reason. Are you satisfied? Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on. There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma. Oh, I'm up next? You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself. You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as a victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
やめろ。
Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Yeah. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you, understand?
戸上の名にかけて。
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
はしゃいじゃって。
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and a curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It's kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell that had a more future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
いやはやそれにしてもだね。
Well, anyway, like I was saying,
いいペースだよ。
this
これすごくいいペースだ。
is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
やっぱりさ、膠着状態になる前に最初の殺人に及んだ彼女の功績が大きいよね。
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
なんか加速し始めたら、あとはジェットコースターと一緒、もう止まらない。
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
恐怖と絶望は全てを凌駕するスピードで突き進む。
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match.
残念なのは、
But I must admit, I'm disappointed.
各連中の中に送り込んだ君の活躍の場がなくなってしまうことだよね。
I went to all the pain and effort to make you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
本来なら首を切るのは君の役目だったんだけど、
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
まあいいか、
Well, no biggie.
しょうがないから君はそのまま学園生活を盛り上げてちょうだい。
Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more excited from now on, okay?
みんなそれを望んでるんだからね。
After all, that's what everyone wants to see. There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
3サイズ以外の質問なら受け付けるよ。
As long as you don't want to know any of my measurements, fire away. Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
いやはや、びっくらこいちまった。
My, you really took me by surprise there.
受付はしたけど、
I know I said you could ask anything, but
却下だよ。鬼却下だよ。だってさ、それは僕の奥の手だもん。
super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied, because you see, that's my ace in the hole.
僕の手をあっさり他人に見せるバカはいないでしょ。いくら仲間同士といえどもさ。
And nobody be that dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends. Yep, that's the end of chapter 2. To be continued. Hey, I got an item. Crazy diamond.